Well, there's still some time to do fall fishing on Delmarva, and depending on which day you go or which day you don't go, there's still a lot of fish out there to be caught. So we met up with our friend Captain Dan Harrison in Crisfield, Maryland, to do a little rock fishing and also find out why he likes to fly fish. Heading out of Summers Cove Marina, we can already tell that today is going to be a good day. At least for the weather. Fishing-wise, that's anyone's guess. Our guide is Captain Dan Harrison.
I hope the fish cooperate like the weather has. And if that does, we're going to have a good time.
As we mentioned before, he likes to fly fish.
I got into fly fishing when I was in the Army in 1976. I was helping the Jägermeister to restock a stream, and he handed me this long pole, and I had no idea, what it was for. And I caught my first brown trout on a fly rod, and I've been hooked ever since.
The search for fish has taken us first through Smith Island, where it's always a pleasure to gaze upon the wavering landscape.
This is the Temple Forks mangrove 8-weight, 9 feet long, with an Orvis reel.
Dan gets to casting, and already it's easy to see there's a bit of an art to it.
What I'm doing now is a little haul, and I'm letting the line out, and I'm actually accelerating the line, as you can see, through the air.
One thing is obvious: no matter the method, if you're not catching fish, you move on.
We have made the move. Hopefully the jetty will produce some fish.
But we're not at the jetty for long. So far, we're not having much luck.
We're going from Smith Island to Tangier. You've caught 2 fish, I've caught 0. So it's time for that change.
Southward we go through the shallows and sandbars to find the fish.
Fish on.
And finally, Dan is on the board.
Yay! Oh, nice fish.
Another thing that jumps out about fly fishing is seeing Dan reel in the fish without using the reel.
That's what a fly looks like in a fish's mouth. The size of the fish will determine whether or not you reel or not. And what you do is control the resistance on the fly line.
The very next cast.
Fish on. Yeah. Now this is a nice fish. Oh yeah, this is a nice fish. Pretty close. I thought he was bigger than that. Hard charger. This is the life. I love it. I love it, love it.
Dan decides to give the fly a break and grabs one of his spinners. It's a nice one on the line, but it's gonna come up a fraction of an inch too short. After that, our luck begins to change.
It was slow already, but now it stopped. I gotta blame it on the cameraman.
Dan, you wouldn't be the first. So we're off to another island of the Sound, and for his first cast, Dan's back to the fly rod.
That didn't take very long. Little guy.
And just like that, the fish are gone.
Set up the very first cast, catch a little fish. Look down in the water, and there's fish scattering every which way. And all of a sudden, you get the lure in your hand, can't catch a fish.
But before everyone decides to blame the cameraman, look who's got the only keeper rockfish of the day. I believe that's the cameraman. It's a nice way to end the day, especially a day as beautiful as this one.
We had a beautiful day on the water, met a new friend, but it's been a lot of fun, Andrew, and I'm glad that you got aboard the boat.
At first glance, there are lots of differences between fly and lure fishing, but no matter the method, if the fish are biting, or in our case, not biting, it's still just fishing after all.